let's show everybody what we got.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we just came back from an online auction, and it was a diesel business going out of business. They serviced diesel engines. They had all kinds of stuff, and I mean, what would make you look at a diesel engine auction other than the fact that it was a business going out of business? So I figured they had all kinds. They were selling everything that they had in there: tables, chairs.
It was on auctionzip.com.
And we found it on auctionzip.com. So, all right, let's check it out. Look at this. This is a motor right here. All right. I'm going to show you the invoice on this stuff here.
It had to be lifted with a forklift.
Yeah, we had to lift it with a forklift to get it in the truck. It's pretty heavy. We're gonna weigh it. It is heavy. Let's turn the scale on here. 0.
You can build a truck with it.
Yeah. Big one. She's a big one. Let's turn this around. Oh, wow. This is not as heavy as I was thinking. You can see that. It's pretty heavy though. I mean, it's good size.
Did you tell how much you paid for it?
Not yet. 252 pounds. All right. But that's not all that came with it. Let me show you what else came with this motor here. Tailgate up here. It's not gonna roll. It's got that. All right, she ain't going nowhere.
Seems heavy now.
Yeah, get that out of the way. See what else came with it. Now we're still gonna need this crane because that came with it, whatever that is. So this is pretty heavy.
You need the table over here.
Well, hook it up. All right. This came with it. How much that weigh, Charlotte? Okay, let go of it. This, whatever this is 202 pounds. I'm not sure what this is, but it came with that motor. So I'm sure it was all part of it. Yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, we gotta get that on the floor. That and our card. That and this. This came with it.
You want me to look at the tables off the scale?
No, not necessarily. This came with it. This. This is. I'm not sure.
Something diesel.
It's something diesel. All right, so we're not diesel people. We're not real familiar with anything really, but this came with it. This came with it. All this is probably steel. This is some aluminum here. All right, Nope, that did not. These, everything in this bucket. What is this? Trimmer. Hey, we got some trimmer.
A weed whacker?
Weed whacker trimmer. A little gear. Caster. Some tubing. Yeah, and that's it. And a 5-gallon bucket. All right.
That's what you do with that lot?
That's what came with that lot. That motor, that whatever thing that is, that tub, this, and what is this? This is
Liquid.
oil. So I'm assuming that this is oil.
Is it a hydraulic oil?
It is Ursa Super Plus SEA 30 weight. Heavy duty motor oil. I'm sure that this is not cheap stuff. Let's open it up and see if it's clean oil or if it's dirty.
Clean.
Oh, it's brand new. It's not even opened. Look at that. Not even open. So 5-gallon bucket of Chevron. Brand new, not opened. Tell me what you think it's worth. I know we can Google it, I'm sure, and figure it out, but watch yourself. Yeah, a strong woman. All right, all of that. What do you think we paid for it, Charlotte? Do you know? You remember?
That motor?
That motor, this container, that 5-gallon brand new motor oil, and whatever the heck this thing is.
It's heavy.
And I'm sure it goes with that motor and that 5-gallon bucket of nothing. There's a little bit of shred in there. That's about
Was
it.
that the thing you paid $1 for?
$1.
$1.
$1.
So that's why we bought all this stuff that we didn't know what it was. And left it around.
$1 we paid for all of that. Nobody bid on it. All right, here's another thing that we did. And I really don't know why we bought this table. That table and this. Cleaning parts, they called it. We paid $2 for that. I don't know why I bought it, but I guess
It's ours now.
it's ours now, right? Yep. And let's move this to the side. All right, and this wire, all this wire, little conduit, bunch of brass fittings here. That's a couple pounds, and this is all wire. And it is, this is, I'm sure it's 12 gauge. Let me see, 10 gauge. 10 gauge wire. 10 gauge wire. We bought that $5. $5. I'm gonna show you the invoice on this stuff. Let's weigh this wire up and see what.
Let me get it top right here.
All right, so we got our scale here. We're gonna turn it on. Okay, we're at 0. Okay, let's go ahead and put that down. And we'll tear this out. Okay, let's go put that wire in there. So here's the wire and stuff that we got in there, and it comes out to, wow, that's for $5, 22.2 pounds.
Hey, let's weigh the brass up separate.
All right, let's see what this weighs then. This is just the wire. It's 19.2 pounds. So we got a couple pounds of brass. Just throw it on there. Oh, well, here, let's tear it out. 0. All right. So about 3 pounds of brass. You know, minus a little bit of a plastic bag and some little plastic fittings that we got to take off. All right. Got all that for $5. And so this is a diesel oil cooler and a radiator. pretty heavy. I'm sure it's all, let's check it out. It's all, looks like aluminum. It's all aluminum. Yeah, it looks like aluminum. Aluminum. All right. Still, it's all right. It's all aluminum. Aluminum radiator.
Are you gonna weigh it?
Sure.
I was gonna say there's a hole right there if you wanted to hook it up to that.
Oh. All right. All right. Aluminum. 51 pounds. Aluminum radiator. Here's prize. That's prize. Pretty much the same thing.
Doesn't weigh that much.
Doesn't weigh that much, but this is pretty light.
13.
12. This one is 12 pounds. 12 pounds. Yeah, I got to cut these plastic ends off of it, and I'm sure there's a little bit of steel brackets there. But probably a good 10 pounds of aluminum.
How much did you pay for that?
$5. Paid $5 for both of them. Put them together. I believe it was $5. And then there's this. And I don't know how to. I'm sure that there's some. I don't know what these things weigh. I mean, they're not like super weight. They're not super heavy.
What are they made out of?
But it looks like they weigh about 6 pounds a piece. These are diesel something.
Turbos.
Diesel, not turbos, no. I forget what they were. And these are 6 pounds a piece, and there's probably, I don't know, what do you think, like 100 of them in there? 70, 80? I don't know. I didn't count them.
Grab your magnet. What are they made out of?
Let's check and see what they're made out of.
Doesn't stick.
Aluminum. There's a few steel pieces in there. We gotta take a couple of steel pieces out of there. Not sure what's all gonna be involved, but it's mostly aluminum. That's a piece of steel there. There's like a steel,
Pin right there.
yeah, no, not that, but yeah, this is all, probably if it's 6 pounds, it's probably gonna be at least 4 pounds of aluminum. There's a little bit of recessed pin or so we got to break all this stuff down.
How much did you pay for that?
That was one lot with a 15% penalty, or yeah, penalty. It's a penalty fee. We bid $11 on the lot, and it was $12.65 with a 15% fee.
There's a lesson to be learned here. We're not diesel people. We're not mechanics.
No,
So-
no, not by any means. No.
By the bidding that we got this stuff for, none of the scrappers were really looking at this place. It
Yeah.
was just actually diesel people. And so the stuff they didn't wanted, we picked up for $1, $5, you know.
Mhm.
And
$11.
so the lesson here is we have went to going out of business sales several times, and every time we have done really, really good.
Yeah.
So if you look on auctionsup.com and see a diesel mechanic going out of business, it might be worth a try.
Yeah. You know, there was probably 400, 500, 600 different lots that you had to look through. I mean, and it took a little bit of time, So we just went through all the stuff, and you know, some of the stuff was already being bid on and had, you know, $100,000, $200,000 bids on the stuff. So obviously that's nothing of our interest, but anything that had like no bids or you know, a couple bucks or something like that, we bid on it. And we bid on probably 50 different lots and got outbid on most of it. But this is the stuff that we got. So we paid a total of $27.40, I think, for the whole entire lot. $27. I'll bet we're gonna make that back in
The wire.
the wire, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's go ahead and strip down that wire.
So what you're saying is this auction didn't cost us anything.
Right, and it was only it was 25 miles away from our home, so 50-mile round trip.
The town where you grew up.
The town where I grew up in. Yep.
It's old stomping grounds.
So yeah, so let's get busy and start tearing this stuff down. See what kind of profit we're gonna make. I'm guessing we're gonna make more than our 20% goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're happy with 20%, but if we can make more,
Right.
More.
Yeah. And we're counting on more on this one.
so we're doing the wire first.
Yeah. Go ahead and strip our wire down and see if that doesn't pay for the auction itself. Yeah. Done. That is it, right?
Yep.
Sure. Yep. 45 minutes to get this bare bright wire here. All right, so a lot of people like to know how long that took us because we always speed the video up. It took us about 45 minutes to break this down. And this is what we got, bare bright. All that wire that we showed you, bare bright. Let's weigh it up and see how much we got. Turn that on. Zero that out and what we got?
1555.
$15.55. All right, so that's like $73. I based that on $475 bare bright price. Maybe it's going to go higher, so maybe that's going to be a lot more money. But we've already exceeded our 20%. We covered our entire auction
Gas.
3 times over. Huh?
Gas.
gas, food, everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're Slurpee.
Sure, yeah. So we know we're doing good on this auction here, and we got all kinds of other stuff that, you know, that motor. We've got those radiators, and I gotta call and find out what aluminum radiators pay. But that thing was what, 40-some pounds, 50 pounds.
I don't know what it is. It goes up and down.
We did really good on this auction. We've just gotten started, and we're already doing really good. All right, moving on to the next thing. All right, so I said I had to call about the radiators. These were just strictly aluminum, and they paid 50 cents a pound. But as I was talking to the people at the scrapyard, I just said, hey, what's your number 2 and your Bear Bright prices? They told me Bear Bright $5.20, number 2 $5. I'm like, I'll be right there. So we ended up making a scrap run. So here is our ticket that we took. We just took some, we had some copper aluminum radiators, a little bit, like 11 pounds there, and they paid $2.50 a pound. Not the best place, but I just wanted to get rid of them. If you look down here at the bottom, aluminum radiators, they counted them as 58 pounds at 55 cents for $31.90. We paid $5.25 for that. And then our Bear Bright, let's see, Bear Bright copper right here. We ended up turning in 37 pounds at $5.20. We had 121 pounds of number 2 copper at $5 even for $605. And then we had 21 pounds of number 1 copper at $5.10 for $107.10. And they have a rewards program there, and so I must have hit my reward, and they gave me an extra $10. So $974 for our copper and radiators. But the key thing is these aluminum radiators. We paid $5.75 for them, and we turned around and got $31.90. So if we're doing a running total here, the total cost of this auction was $27.60. Like I said, the radiators, we got $31.90 out of it, and the electrical wire, we got 15.55 pounds at $5.20 for $80.86. Okay, so now we got to start breaking down some other things and see where this auction takes us. This may just have been one of our best on a per capita basis. So let's keep going. All right, so let's move on to these. I took them out of my truck and put them in these barrels right here. Let's weigh them up and see how much weight we have on these. All right, she's dangling off the ground. 205 pounds for this barrel. Let's weigh the other one up. All right, she's dangling off the ground, and we are at 204. All right, so let's figure out what we got to take apart. That's steel. This is steel. There's a steel thing there. There. Let's see what we can do here. That out of there. All right. Gotta get that out of there. get that ring out of there. Can't find my little tool to pry these out of here with. So I gotta do it the hard way. There we go. So now, just need to tap that out. All right. All right. What else is there? That's it. That's all clean aluminum, cast aluminum. This is aluminum. Let's see, let's get the magnet out here. Steel, steel. All right, all steel. Go in the steel bucket. This. Get that little gasket off there. And these are aluminum. So, nice. All right, that took us like a couple minutes. Let's do another one and time it. All right, it's almost 8:32. And that's it. That's it. All right. right, so these are going to take us a couple minutes apiece. I like that. All right, so we're down to our last 6 of these things right here. And you know, you pull a bolt out of there, you pull this solenoid out of here, you take this metal piece out of here, and then you gotta take that ring out and then get the spring and all that. It's all metal, and then you're left with the aluminum. We're down to 6 of them. They take a couple minutes a piece, but we also got these solenoids that you know, I ain't got time to break all these down and put it in the video, but I'll show you what we're doing. So there's a whole ball of copper in one of these things right here. So I guess I'm gonna break these down. Charlotte can pull the copper out, but like I said, we ain't got time to do that. We're just gonna finish these things up and get these weighed up. just so we can get a price on the profits that we made from the auction. So I'll show you what we're doing here with these. So basically I'm just throwing them in the vise and pounding it a little bit to separate this bracket off of the. So just to get that separated. So there's a nut on there where I can actually unthread once you get that broken off. All right, so that's just shred.
Why is the copper different colors?
I don't know. I'm not sure why it's different colors. Different companies, I guess. So then you can pound the rest of that out. And this piece here is aluminum. That's shred. Then there's a plastic coating in there protecting the copper. Just take a hammer here.
If you didn't do that, that'd be hard for me to get it out.
Yeah, it would be hard for Charlotte to get it out if I didn't get this. There. So now you can see the copper in there. And as you can see, Charlotte's over there pulling the ones out that I do have done for her. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on these. Use the air chisel and pop these out. They're stuck on the ends of this here. There's another cylinder. I got a bucket over here throwing them in. So there's one. There's two. Third one. There's a fourth. Pretty easy to get out. And that's it. That's it for the cylinders there. Now, some of these little rings in here are steel and some of them are aluminum. This one's aluminum, you can just tell by looking at it. This one's steel. So I'll leave the aluminum ones in.
Are they shred?
What's that? Yeah, those are shred. This. There you go. Shred. Rolling down the line here. Aluminum, that one's aluminum, this one's aluminum, I believe. Yeah.
You have a copper bucket?
Copper bucket, yeah. And here's steel. Copper bucket. Here's the copper bucket. Next step is.
Hey, that one needs done a little bit more.
Start you off. Once you get it started, it's pretty easy. There you go.
Yeah, but I'm worried about breaking my nail.
Oh. Without breaking your nails. I don't blame you. I don't want you to not have pretty nails.
Yeah, because
So I
if
got-
my nails are breaking, I'm done. I'm like, here, this
Right.
is yours.
I need her to help. So I got these. I found my tools. Makes it a little easier, but some of these things are really being
Okay.
being turds.
This time, could you help me? Because it won't come out.
Huh.
It's,
Yeah. Let's get a pair of If you can't do the work, I ain't gonna let you be out here with me.
well, don't act like you helped and you didn't do nothing.
All right, let's get these. I can't think of what these rings are called. I know they have slang names for them, but let's say those. All right. There. You got more of them?
No, mine are done.
How many did I give you?
I have 3.
Oh, 3? Okay. Yeah. But we ain't got time to do all that. We gotta get this video finished up.
I
All right.
can't help with any of that stuff.
No, I know.
There's nothing for me to
can't do
do.
it. So then I just got that rod there. Pop that off. This is aluminum. It goes in the aluminum bucket. And then some of these are different. Some of them have a nut on here and I can unscrew that and pop it out. And the other ones I gotta blast them out with a air gun. Just like that. Get rid of all the guts in there, pull the pin out, and we're left with all aluminum right here.
Sometimes the greasy part falls on the floor. Then.
Yeah. And I let her pick it up. What'd you get? Oh,
One of the parts flew way over there.
these things are flying everywhere when I blast them out with that. The air gun.
And it's very greasy.
Yeah, this thing is so greasy.
That is part
through
of
it.
scrapping.
Yeah. These gloves are gonna, I was gonna let her clean them, but she refused.
No, those are trash. We have a place around here that takes old, no good shoes, clothes, gloves, and they recycle them so they don't go to the landfill.
Yeah. There we go. Shred, shred, shred. Chunk of aluminum.
Is this all?
That is a gasket. That is a gasket.
Okay. I don't have any place to take those little tape.
Put them right in the garbage. That one came out pretty good. There's our aluminum. And I'll go in the shred.
Except for the stuff that goes in the trash.
Do what?
I said there's some plastic or paper washers.
Yeah, some of them are plastic washers. Yeah, we put them in the garbage. Some of these things are being a real pain in the neck. Can't find a good angle. Get a hold of them and then get a screwdriver. Get under them.
that, steel or aluminum?
It's steel. Two more. Then we can weigh it up. Oh, it came out good. Weigh it up and see what our profit is. I think we did pretty good.
Well, I hope
Hammer.
we did, because I worked so hard to keep this table clean, and look at it.
What'd you do with my hammer? Oh, it's right here. I don't know how she got it over there.
I didn't.
Look at it, went right in the bucket.
He always tries to say, "What'd you do with it?" I didn't touch it. Here.
Boom. Yeah. All right, last one. Maybe this one will go nice and easy. Looks nice and clean, so hopefully it'll go nice and easy. Oh, come on. Come on, man. There we go. All right. And
This thing is coming in handy in here.
what's that? That pan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All right, that's it. There is, I think I counted about 64 of these things. We went through 64 of these and broke them all apart.
A
We
lot
got
of
some
grease.
aluminum. We got all kinds of aluminum. Yeah, a lot of grease. So we got to figure out a way to weigh them. I got to clean my tools up. Everything is just coated with grease.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to let Charlotte do the number writing. I'm gonna weigh it up and then we'll figure it out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw them back into these.
Do you have any more purple power? Because this is going to take degreaser.
Well, I'm gonna throw some cat litter on that, dry that up, and then it'll clean it up real good. Leave it set on there. It'll be fine.
It's not cat litter, it's oil dry.
Oil dry, whatever.
But we bought it on an online auction and they called it cat litter. They didn't know what it was. It was just a big bucket of it.
All right, so we have all of these that were done, and you watched it on video. And I gotta fill these buckets up right here. I was throwing them over there in a pile as I was doing them. So let's go ahead and fill these buckets back up. We'll weigh it, and then we'll get a total on the auction with all the shred, all the copper. And you know what? We just don't have time to break this motor down. So we're gonna leave that for another time. All right, so I got these two barrels here. Let's go ahead and weigh these up. See how we're doing here. I know we weighed them up before, but this is all minus the copper, the steel, and it's gonna be a little lighter. Scale turned on. All right, she's turned on. And there we go. All right, so we have, let's see what we got here. Always wants to spin away from the camera. 184 pounds minus 11 pounds for the bucket. 11.2. Yeah, we'll just say 11.
That's right. Oh no.
This is aluminum. All right, so that's 173 pounds. And that is cast aluminum. That's the first part. Here's the second one. Tear that out. So we're at 0. And she's dangling off the ground. Give it a little spin here. Spin towards us. And this one is 184. That's the other one was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. What a coincidence. I did pretty good at distributing the pieces there. All right. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a running total here. I think Charlotte's over there adding them up right now. Yep, she's over there. All right, so let's get a running total here. And don't forget, we got that drawing to do. We're going to give that coin away. Yeah, don't forget, we're going to give this coin away. Buffalo coin here. It's Buffalo. So stay tuned for that too. So we'll get the results of the auction, see how we did, and we'll do the drawing. So, and to add with the aluminum was all of these pieces that came out of those parts right there. And I know that bucket weighs 2 pounds. So let's go ahead and weigh this up. And it comes up to 7.4 pounds. So 5.4 pounds for more aluminum. And we have, this is 5 of those solenoids, pulling the aluminum out of them, 5 of them. And we got 60 more of them. And these come out to about a half a pound, a little over a half a pound. So we'll do the math there and figure out, we'll add 60 more onto that and come up with the total here. Okay, so here is our final results here that we got. I already showed you the aluminum radiators, what we paid for those, $575. There's 58 pounds at 55 cents a pound, $31.90. The electrical wire, after we stripped all that down, we ended up with 15.55 pounds at $5.20 for bare bright price. And that come to $80.86, and then that 3 pounds of brass that we had in there, another $8.25 off of a $5.75 auction bid. Then the diesel parts, we bid $11 on it, and with the fees, it was a $12.65 price for the diesel parts, and we ended up having 351.4 pounds of aluminum at 55 cents a pound. That's $193.27. Shred, we had a little bit of shred, 29 pounds at 9 cents a pound. Come to $2.61. And I already blew it. I already pulled the piece off there. So anyway, so the copper, I showed you those copper things. We ended up with 60 of those solenoids. A couple of them didn't have it in them. So that come up to 6.6 pounds of copper at $5 a pound for number 2. It's $33 for a grand total of $349.89. Man, that was a great auction. And we didn't even break that motor down. And I had that little table on wheels that, that I paid $2 for. So what we broke down was basically $25 worth of stuff, pretty much. 24, something like that. But we had a fantastic profit on that one. Man, over 300 bucks for a little bit of money spent. Put some time into it. That's okay. I don't mind doing that. You, Charlotte?
No, I'm not crazy about the mess, but when we can make that kind of profit, I'll clean it up.
All right. So let's go ahead and get on to that drawing. Okay, so here we go to do our coin giveaway to one lucky person who left a comment in our last Wednesday's video. As you can see the clock, it is just after 6 o'clock and it's Monday, so we have to get this drawing done so we can get it uploaded onto YouTube and be prepared for Wednesday's video. As long as you have your comment in by, what is it, 6:05, then you're in the contest. All right, so let's get on with this. Here, Charlotte's got the coin. Nice coin. All right. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to everybody. And we're gonna sit you right down in front of the computer. All right. So I'm gonna pick the video here. It was auction breakdown. Gotta copy that. Get a shareable link and go to the random picker here. Oh, I just X'd out of it, darn it.
Well, then they got more time.
I got a few more minutes here. I gotta go back and get it. Here it is. All right, here we go. Let's paste that in there. So there's our YouTube. Filters out duplicate users. It's the only thing we did. It's the only thing we filter out. There's gonna be one winner. And show random names. We'll go 15 seconds. 15 seconds, and we got to get YouTube comments. See how many comments we got here. 100, 200, 300, 324 unique comments. So this is...
I just want to say that there's only going to be one winner today, but we still have 3 more of these, and so you'll have 3 more chances. So don't feel bad if you're not the winner today.
Yeah, don't feel bad. All right, ready? Here we go. There it goes. Here goes all the names. RDP 9987. Another great video. Keep up the great work, he says.
Or she.
Or she, yeah. I don't know.
Well, congratulations, because this is a really nice coin. And we did take it out of the packaging, and I held it with this cloth the whole time. So we're going to wrap it up nice and before we send it to you, so it won't get scratched up in the transit.
Yeah.
But
So remember, it won't cost you anything. You're just going to have to email us. Our email is in the description down below. I try to do that for every video, so any video you look at, just go to the description. Email us, and I'll tell you how to verify yourself. And that's it. That's it. We only got one coin.
So there is 3 more drawings coming up. Not today,
Okay.
but coming up. So there will be other chances.
Maybe I want to keep one of them coins.
No, we've already decided. Scrapping is our hobby. Coin collecting's not. But
You believe this girl?
No, but when we seen these at the auction, because there has been so many coins at auctions, and but then when he said, hey, those are under melt. And so I said, okay, we can get them and let's give them away.
Yeah.
And so that's why we bought these coins, not to collect them. They're nice coins, but we chose the hobby of scrapping.
Yeah,
It's something we can do together. Coin collecting, it's just him looking and me sitting there being bored. So
all right, so again, congratulations to RDP 9987. You are the latest winner of our coin, and it happens to be a Buffalo round. Nice coin. All right, I hope prices of silver continue to go up so that you can go to this coin store and sell it.
well, a lot of
Have a
people,
nice dinner or something,
a
or you
lot
can
of
keep it.
people want to save silver,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so that's an option too. It's up to you. It's yours now.
Yeah. We're also looking into getting some copper coins with our channel on it. I was discussing with somebody and place that makes them. I'll get more involved in that later. I gotta.
Yeah. So if you're interested in a copper coin with Charlotte and Gary scrapping show on it, that's coming up.
Right. Yeah, maybe we'll do we keep talking about a live feed. We get a lot of people commenting, hey, you should do a live feed. We're going to probably try to do that. You know, we got, like we've mentioned before, we got a couple of kids who are into IT, so they're pretty knowledgeable and stuff. So
We're not.
We're not. I mean, we just use my cell phone for our videos, and then I got an app to where we do the editing on the app. So that's about as technical as we can get.
And we push download. And
Yeah.
it does it itself.
Yeah. All right, that's all we got for you. We hope you enjoyed this auction. I tell you what, this was one of the best auctions that we have really ever had. We made over $300 and some on it. I know there's other auctions that we made $500, but we might have spent more money. I don't remember. We only spent
Probably.
$27 on this auction. That was a great one,
And nobody showed up. It was.
yeah. And the funny thing is I got up in the morning. It was my day off of work, and I'm drinking coffee, and I'm looking at the auctions like I do all the time. And I just seen this. I said, "Hey, this one ends today, and it's it's only in the next town." So I just started putting my bids in, and
And the
won
bids,
what we won.
yeah, the bids didn't keep coming on the stuff that we
Yeah.
bid on.
Yeah, we didn't. I mean, it's not like we had looked at this auction for a week and a half, and didn't even have time to go over there and preview it because I didn't know it. The auction was ending that day, and
Well, it's funny because it was a diesel auction. That's something we would have never looked at before.
right, yeah,
But since we started doing it together and hobby scrap, we started looking.
right. I'll
and
tell you what. This was a diesel mechanic shop. It was they had all kinds of fancy equipment. They went out of business. We got another great auction couple months ago, and it was a beer brewing company that went out of business. And you just don't know.
And then the salvage store that went out of business.
Yeah, that supplement store.
And so the thing is from that is if Watchford Place is going out of business, there might be something there.
Yeah, because they sell everything. I mean, you just never know. So if you see a going out of business sale, I'm not talking furniture.
Yeah, not
Talking
furniture
to,
or clothes.
yeah, but
That would get my attention.
yeah, but anything that's going out of business and they're having an auction, look through the stuff. There might be a whole bunch of things to look through, but it'll be worth your while.
Every single one of them we found wire.
Yeah, wire.
And
yeah.
wire's our favorite.
Yeah.
So
machine shop. They had that beer place. They had wire on a couple of skids because they were wiring stuff up to do whatever, and that stuff was just left over.
Was that the 6 gauge and
Yeah,
the 8
6
gauge?
and 8 gauge. Yeah.
Yeah.
This last one here, they just had a cabinet of wire that 10 gauge wire. Who knows what they were using it for, but
We know what we're going to use it for.
yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's what we're using it for. All right, so that's all we got for you. Again, we hope you enjoyed our video, and we got to get our scrap to the scrapyard so we can get paid.
And we got to get this to the
And we got to get this coin to the post office so we can get it delivered to RDP. Okay, email us RDP, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.